Yeah, girl. Look at him in my DMs, because that's a line they will use. I got your man in my DMs. Like, that's a line they can use to search you. And you know a woman's tongue is very sharp.
NANI? Dynamite!
I'm about to give away some man secrets right here. And I know the council will come for me, but I think this needs to be talked about for men. And while I'm speaking for men, I don't speak for all men. And if that's confusing to you, it's because you probably not up on it, man. It's not the message. This message ain't for you. But there's so much, like, men get in trouble, right? I guess I should introduce the show. Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Hero. This is the Identity Booth. And today we're gonna be talking about the things that could get men into trouble, right? There's a few things. There's a lot of things that could get men into trouble. There's this red pill movement. There's this black pill movement. The blue pill, Sigma, Alpha, high value. There's so many movements. No wonder why men are confused. And it's not really men. It's young boys. Young boys who think the big, tough, strong person who's telling them to fuck bitches and get money is the real deal advice that you need in life. I've often told people I've gotten more attention from women when I least expected it, because I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. There's nothing more attractive than a man who's minding his own goddamn business. None more attractive than a man that is hard to reach. You want to know why so many people want Tom Cruise, Will Smiths, all these people? It's because you ain't never seen them at Walmart. I'm hard to reach. That's what makes me so fucking appealing. I'm hard to reach. That's what makes me so appealing. There's a difference. But I often tell people, young men, young boys, just focus on being the better version of yourself today, and then get better again tomorrow. It's a tough thing to do, but it's an easy concept to meld your brain around, right? It's a very easy concept to meld your brain around. Just get better at being you every day. This implies that you first have to be a good person. So you need to get some root cause analysis bullshit out of your life, right? All this trauma. Like the people who say, I'm going to lift so much weights until my depression goes away. Those people are sick. And I'm here to tell you, your muscles will never be big enough. It'll never be enough. So you need to find solace in something else. But I'm saying this all to say, there's been a rift in the black male psyche, and it's come from women asking this one question. Why do we unsend messages in the DM after being ghosted or ignored? And let me give you some context for this. All right, on Instagram, even I think Instagram, you can do it with iMessage. I think you can do it with a few other platforms, but specifically Instagram direct messages. If a dude shoots his shot and he bricks,
Oh yeah!
and he gets put on red.
Fuck your life!
Or he just misses outright. He just gets nothing. But that's the important part. He gets nothing back. No response, no acknowledgement, no nothing. Then why does that male then proceed to unsend the message instead of just, deleting the message? There's a lot of reasons behind it, and I'm going to cover 3 right now. But there's multiple reasons why this happens, but I think they all kind of fall into this general idea. But I think it's first important to understand the importance of being an adult in relationships. And I'm guilty of this. I think sometimes people really do, in the world of dating, you really do date with the purpose to see who stands out to you. And people who show effort. And when someone's not showing effort or doesn't stand out, they fall by the wayside. And that's not you necessarily ignoring them, but they're just not standing out. And because they're not standing out, you're focused on the main prize. I have I have a pin section, and this is crazy. I'm about to put y'all in game. I have a pin section for people who don't have to try to get my attention anymore. And this is more so for my friends. But there's always one spot dedicated to the apple of my eye, the cotton candy on my stick, the thing that makes the boy go tick. You feel me? There's always just one slot for that person And it's like Afro Samurai. You got the number one headband. The only person who can challenge the number one headband is the number two headband. But anybody can challenge the number two headband. So the number one got the number one spot. But that number two, everybody trying to fight for that shit because that's the only way you can challenge number one. And that's how I treat it. It sounds archaic, but it works. And it's fucking hilarious because it's a lot of men are expected to take that first stop, first step in all aspects of the relationship. And I'm fine with that. But when we don't get it when we don't get acknowledgement for our effort is when we run into this issue. So I think it's important to ask the question, one, why do if ladies have the same type of rules, I'm okay with that because that's just how the cookie crumbles, right? You might think you're cool, but you're lame to her eyes, and that's fine. But that's one aspect of it. But I think the three aspects that are important is guys do it for their mental health. Guys do it for their mental health, right? Guys are tired of sitting there waiting for something that probably isn't going to happen. When the first time a guy gets ghosted, let me tell you how it goes for them. They literally will sit there and look at their phone all day. Because we live in a day and age where you not only have one phone, you got multiple phones on you. Every single place you go, you can pull out a new phone. It's easy. I have phones everywhere. I'm at the point in my life where I can give phones away as gifts in third world countries. So when someone texts you or emails you, unless they're really working, and I know this for a fact, you could be doing surgery, and my doctors have nurses text their wives and their mistress backs. So you could be doing literally brain surgery and still get a text back. So no one's ever too busy not to text back. So it's just a bullshit excuse that we all make because we don't have the bandwidth, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But it's the prolonged wait. And the first time a guy spends 24 hours waiting on a text back or a call back, that shit shapes him. And he remembers that feeling of wanting to be acknowledged and not getting it. And to be acknowledged is an important thing for a man because that's all we do. We fight for status. We fight to be acknowledged, to be seen, to be heard, to be voiced. We've literally had wars over it. So not getting it from our partners or a prospect is damaging. And from a mental aspect, they just don't want to deal with that. So we will unsend that message so that weight of waiting on something doesn't affect us because you don't expect to get mail from a place you didn't send a letter to, right? It makes sense. The second reason, which is a little bit more fun and interesting, is the retry and the BFF. What? The retry and the BFF? What could I be talking about here? The retry. Maybe me as my current self. This is something that happened to me, so I know it's true. Let me paint a picture for you. I am in Texas. Yeah, I'm in Texas. I'm living in a 1-bedroom apartment. I have a 450 bedroom one bed apartment in Fort Worth, Texas. I currently don't have a car because for the last 2 months the engine block was stalled out on it, so didn't have a car. I was making roughly $35,000 a year, and I had no new clothes, couldn't travel, didn't go out, didn't have money for this, didn't have money for that. Mounting credit card bills, all of this stuff. Couldn't take you out on a good date, couldn't do none of that, right? This is hilarious. And I slid in a girl's DM, and she asked me, she was like, oh, no, she was really nice. She was like, oh, cool. So when do you want to go out? When do you want to hang out? And I was just like, well, that's the thing, money's kind of tight for me right now. So I was thinking maybe, you could come over and we could do something at my grounds. And she was like, I would love to hang out with you on a cheap date, but I'm not coming to your place. So you have to be able to get to me first. And I was prepared to spend my last dollars to go kick it with this girl, but she literally told me I literally didn't have any money to get to, and there was a part of my mind that said, I'm not about to ask somebody to give me money just so I can go see somebody else. So I was just like, no, I don't got that. And she said, well, let me get back to you. And she told, and like, I promise you, I sat there, waited for her to get back to me. And it was Monday when we had this conversation. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday came, nothing. I was like, damn. She didn't love broke hero. And it's understandable. You deserve to be with someone you want to be with. Fast forward 6 years later. I post a picture of me leaving Toronto. I think I was in Toronto. I was taking a picture in front of a hamburger store that was named Hero. And she was just like, wow, I didn't know you moved to Toronto. I thought you were still in Texas. I was like, oh, I've since moved. I work for this place. I live here. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. How are you? And she's like, oh, well, I'm still in Texas and I'm, still doing my thing. And I was just like, that's the retry right there. Back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. That's the Mike Jones effect. You feel me? True fact. Mike Jones says his name within 15 seconds of every song he's ever made. Take it to the bank. We love to see it. Oh, yeah? So it was the retry. She didn't like the first version of me. So I took that message back. And then she seen me hot and popping. And she gave me a second chance. That's how you get flued out. You feel me? Then we talking about the BFF. Look, girls, ladies. Just because you said no don't mean your friend in your picture has to, too. I took that message away so you can't use it as a weapon against me when you see me walking with your friend. When your friend says she's happy and you're like, who is this person? You can't use that proof against me. And women are notorious for this. They will never let their homegirl date a prospect, which is crazy to me. Even a boyfriend. If y'all haven't at least been in a relationship for at least 6 months, it don't count in my eyes. It's not real. So that part right there is crazy to me. That part right there is crazy to me. I just want people to know, right? Keisha's laughing, but she know I'm speaking facts right now. She knows I'm speaking facts because I want y'all to know something, right? I want y'all to know if me and you, if I send you a message and you see me with your homegirl the next day, I'm going to pretend like I didn't meet you. And you want to know why I'm going to pretend like I didn't meet you? Because I took that message back. You're not about to ruin my happiness because you didn't want to be part of it. That's Jesus Christ level of crucifixions. Could you imagine? I gave you a shot. You shot me down. And then I had enough strength to shoot another shot. I hit my target and you mad at me. Don't hate the gun, hate the bullets. You feel me? Like, just let me be happy. And the last part, I think the most critical part, everybody has totems or trophies, right? For some people, it's the body count. Hey, man, women with too many men, just a high body count. That's not, man, that's good. For women, women's ability to show the thirst in their traps, the thirst that they've acquired through their traps is a trophy. I don't care what nobody say. I'm out here looking at, I begin as a person who gets stuck constantly in Keisha's thirst traps. She got a lot of my thirst in her traps. And those thirst, it breathes life into these women, all right? I don't care what nobody say. When they give you the little twist with the hiked up one leg on, like they wearing heels but they flat toe, they doing it for the thirst because it gives them superpowers. All right? And I'm not mad about it. As a man who enjoys an authentic black woman, I'm not mad about this. Lay your thirst for me to your traps. I will give you my thirst. I have an unlimited supply of thirst. I will double tap some authentic black women in a heartbeat with no shame. There was a guy who DM'd me once. He said, a guy DM'd me once because me and him always like this girl's picture as soon as she posts a new picture. He DM'd me once. And for me, it's not even subconscious. Truth is, me and her used to have a thing back in the day, and just paying homage to being like, damn, I can't believe that used to be a thing. But regardless, he hit me up one day. I was like, damn, what's up, man? You and her. Well, I just want to know, because I noticed anytime I like her picture, your like is already there. I'm just like, oh no, I'm just a fan of black women. You feel me? I don't have a reason. I just enjoy looking at black women. I'll never be shamed or, oh my God. Like if someone ever came to me and they get to see all the photos, like they'd be like, oh my God, you like a lot of thick women. You goddamn right. And if you show me another picture, I'll double tap that shit too. So for women, it's a trophy. And there's something about men who don't want to be perceived as trophies. They don't want to be perceived as, yeah, girl, look at him in my DMs, because that's a line they will use. I got your man in my DMs. Like that's a line they can use to search. And we know a woman's tongue is very sharp, sharper than iron, baby. So for that whole context of things, good. But ultimately, how do I feel about this? Right? Me personally, I don't care. I got hella ghosted vids, but I'm also the same dude that has currently 272 text messages unanswered, right? So I'm part of the problem. And I think the important part of solving this problem is just being comfortable enough to say that you want to be a better communicator as a dater, as a person in dating relationships. Be comfortable enough to tell your partners or significant other or the prospects that they're not the one. I think that's okay. I think it's okay to be like, you're not the one. And I'm battling through that now. So, maybe I'll take some of my own advice today and tell some people in the 272 text chat log, you know what? Maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe we should just part ways. And don't be pressured into calling them or FaceTime them. Do it as a text. I don't think that's overkill now, because people quick to, if they can be fired via email, they can be fired via text. You feel me? While dating. All right. So just do the grown-up thing. Enjoy yourselves. That's just my perspective. Let me know. What messages are you on what messages, if you could take a message back in your life, what message would you take back? I'm curious to know. Let me know in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all take it easy. Let's get to